On today's episode of Trevor Talks Trucks, we're going to talk brakes. Now, we're halfway through a disc brake conversion on this axle, and a lot of times people ask, well, why would you go through the money and expense of swapping out to brakes? Because drum brakes, they're pretty good, right? But we'll talk about kind of the pros and cons of why you would want disc brakes over drum brakes. So all in all, drum brakes, it's actually a really good design. It's been used for a long time. The basic idea is you push on the brake, it puts fluid into the cylinder, it expands it. These shoes rub on this drum and it stops. And the concept of it is really good. You have a lot of surface area, it works all right. But looking at it inside here, there's a lot going on. To keep everything tensioned properly, you have adjustments down here, you have bars bracketry and everything else, and you can tell it just accumulates a lot of stuff. That's the first biggest issue with these, is it keeps everything trapped. So in comparison, this is your typical disc brake setup. So all you have is a rotor and a caliper. And the caliper has two brake pads inside here. And when you apply the brake, it applies a piston. And what it does is it pushes the brake pedal over, and then this caliper slides on here. So that way you're getting even force on both sides. One of the first things you're going to notice is how open this design is. So like we mentioned before, heat is robbing you of your stopping performance. So because this is all open, you're getting a lot of that heat up and out of the way. And to go further, they've actually added slots into the rotor to help it move heat out of there faster. And you've probably even noticed on some high performance brake systems, they'll have holes in it as well. What that does, again, it just helps get rid of the heat a lot faster. There's a lot simpler design on this, so that way you don't have any adjustment. It's a self-adjusting system. You hit the brakes and it'll self-center, and so that way you're not going to wear one pad faster than the other, unless obviously your caliper's not moving. So your stopping performance doesn't increase much. The drum brakes, they do pretty good themselves, but the simplicity of it, the weight savings, and also the heat, those are the biggest reasons you would want to switch over to a disc brake system. Also, if you're going to be doing a lot of mudding in a drum brake, there's a lot of places for that mud to gather, and then your brakes don't necessarily work well. Whereas with this, because again, it's all open and free, you don't have to worry about that. So in summary, the biggest reasons to upgrade your rear braking system to a disc brake system is to get rid of heat faster, which gets rid of brake fade. So you have a more constant pedal feel at the top of the hill as you do to the bottom of the trail, as well as removing a lot of rolling mats. So it saves your unsprung weight by almost 100 pounds just getting rid of the drum system. And ultimately they look better. If you have wide open wheels and you can see inside past that, inside the wheel well, this disc brake system looks a lot more attractive, especially if you paint your calipers something pretty like these gold ones. You've probably seen red ones, yellow ones, all sorts of fun colors. And so they look a lot better as well. So it's a great way to add performance to your vehicle, because everybody likes to go fast and they often forget, well, I got to stop too. So disc brake systems, they're going to help you on any of your projects.